All right, let's look at this lesson. This is going to be for our beginner players, and I'm going to show you 4 intros, and each one of them just kind of gets a little more uh, difficult or a little more challenging. So the very first one is going to be, just about as simple as you could play it. And then, like I said, each one is going to progress a little bit. So we're going to be out of the key of C. And if you're doing the chords in the key of C, if you're playing a song, the normal chords would be C, F, and G. Okay, so those are the basic chords that you would play. Most, a lot of the country songs or country gospel would utilize just those 3 chords. So we can use those for an example. So in this one now, the intro, we're doing 1 measure or 4 beats of C. Then it goes to 4 beats of G or G7th or G9th, That's totally up to you and your band. And then it comes back to C, and you do 2 more measures or 8 more beats. So if you notice on this backing track with the band, they're clicking in or they're counting in like 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And the very first note we're playing is on the 1. Also, we're playing a lot of this rhythm patterns right with the bass player. So they count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and that'll be the first note we play. Now, since we're in the key of C, if we go place our bar at the 8th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's going to be a C chord. Now, the only frets that we're dealing with are here at the 8th for C and here at the 3rd fret for our G. Also, if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to go ahead and press the like and subscribe buttons. You can also join the channel to receive early access to our videos by pressing the join button below. There's a tab and backing track available for this lesson. You can get those as well as over 100 others and other benefits by clicking the card or the link in the description for our Patreon site. So let's do the first one together. You go to your 8th fret, no pedals, no knee levers. We're just going to do all this with open strings, not engaging any pedals or knee levers. And you start out on your 6th string, then you play your 8th string. Then the next 2 notes is your 7th string here at the 8th, your 8th string at the 7th fret. So now we have this. So the first part is the C, and the next 2 notes you play are playing over the G chord. See how that sounds and how that works over the G chord? Then it goes back to C. We play 8 here at the 8th fret, then we go 6, 5, 4. That's going to cover the last 2 measures, or the 8 beats that's left that have C in it. So we go C, G, C, C again, okay, so that's the first one. The next one, we're going to go down to our 3rd fret, and we're going to do this in our pedals down position. In other words, if I press my A and B pedals down, which is the ones that raise, the A pedal raises 5, my B pedal raises 6. So we go to our 3rd fret, press those 2 pedals down, and then for the C chord, the first part of the intro, we have 5 and 6 with A and B pedals down. So now what we're doing, we're taking the thought of the first intro and we're adding a harmony note with it. But we're going to to do that down here at the 3rd fret. So play 5 and 6 here at the 3rd fret with your A and B pedals down. Now the next one, you can just leave both pedals down and play 6, 8. Okay, that's for the C chord. You release your pedals. Now here at the 3rd fret, we have a G with no pedals, no knee levers engaged. We do the same exact groupings, 5 and 6, no pedals, 6, 8, no pedals. So we went from C to G. Then we end on a C chord. We press A and B pedals back down, play that group, that first group again, 5 and 6, and let it ring. Okay, so that intro, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now the next one, we're going to incorporate movement. We're going to have to move with our bar, but we're just going to use 2 groups of strings. We're going to use 3 and 5, 4 and 6, and I'll play it, then I'll talk it out. And also we're going to use a bar slide. Okay, again. Okay, so for the C, at our 8th fret, no pedals, no knee levers, you play the first group, 3, 5 together. Then you play 4, 6. Okay, the next chord that we go to in the intro is G. So we have a G at the 3rd fret, no pedals, no knee levers, do the same exact thing. Now we got to go back to the C chord for the last 2 measures or the last 8 beats of the song or the intro. So now we got. Okay, so while that is ringing, we're going to simply slide from the 3rd fret to the 8th. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here we go. Okay, so that one is harder in that you have to do the slide. So we try to keep it simple and using just two groups, 3, 5, 4, 6. Do that at C at the 8th, G at the 3rd. Then we need to go back to C. So we're simply going to just slide from 3 to 8. Okay, now the next one, we're going to incorporate this movement. Okay, so we're going to take the very same thing we did, play it at the 8th, then at the 7th, then back up to the 8th. Now you can play it one time and move the bar 8, 7, 8 like that, then pick 4, 6. Or you can play it like this. You can play it at the 8th, play it at the 7th, and slide it to the 8th. Then pick 4 and 6. So that'll be totally up to you. You can phrase it like this, or you can phrase it like this. Okay, so that's going to work exactly over the G chord the same way. The G chord is at the 3rd fret. And then we're going to go back to C like we did it a while ago. We're just going to slide 4 and 6 all the way back up to 8. So now we have this. Now while we still have some beats left with the rhythm, we can go 3, 1, 4 as single notes. While that's ringing, just let it ring out. So the whole thing now is the little last part is 3, 1, 4. And just let all that ring out. Okay, so real quick from the top, the 4 intros would be that's the first one. The second one. That's the second one. Now the third one. The fourth one. Okay, so give each one of these a try. Like I said, each one of them kind of builds on the next one, making it a little more complicated, a little more musically interesting also. But this is just simply, you're playing out of the key of C. The song would be in C. The intro is playing 4 beats of C, 4 beats of G or G7. Then it goes back and plays 8 beats of C. Then the song would start, the singer would start singing, or if you're just doing an instrumental, then you would start playing the melody there. Okay, so this in the number system is called a 15-11 because you have a 1, 5, that's the 15, and then you have 2 more measures of the 1. 1 and 1 beside each other is 11. So it's a 15-11. Also, we're coming in on the very first beat after the 4 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, play. Okay, so we don't have any kind of pickup notes or anything that's any complicated to make it more complicated. We just come right in on the first beat after the 4 counts. 2, 3, 4, play. And then you're trying to, as far as with the rhythm section, you're trying to be right on the beat with the bass guitar player. Okay, so give them a try and let me know what you think. Like I said, take just one at a time. Work that one up, then go on to the next one, and just work, progress that way, and you'll be able to get them. Just it'll take a little bit, but I just thought this would be a good lesson for our beginner players, and get them where they could actually start playing with a group, and then you could use that in any situation, pretty much on a country type song, and then learn how to play them out of different keys. Whatever the key you're in. The pattern will stay exactly the same. It just depends on what key you're in. Okay, so let me know what you think. All right, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. So just want to take this opportunity to thank all our supporters on Patreon and YouTube. And also for Jacob and I, keep picking.